Good morning, everyone. We are up and ready to get at them. Now let's drop this down so you guys get your view of Lil Man here. So today we are going to have a discussion. We have a special guest. And this special guest is a gentleman that I met 2 years ago here in town. And we became pretty fast friends really quick. We kind of hit it off and kind of kindred spirits. And I haven't talked to him or seen his face. And since he left town, we do correspond on Facebook. And he is a kind of a busy man. He has a kind of a exciting, eccentric job, which allows him to travel. And so we are going to bring him on. So if you're ready, we're going to bring him up. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon or good evening for your case here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Hans Christian Jacobson. And Hans, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I live in Denmark, the second largest city in Denmark, called Aarhus by the sea. And I work as a photojournalist for newspapers and magazines. And when I met Anthony, I was participating in a workshop, video workshop in Minneapolis. And I rented a car and I just took off and went to Costa and went to a bar and
imagine that. Meeting me in the bar. Well, yeah, we actually met at the VFW where my wife works. And
yeah, exactly.
So,
it was a really nice evening. And the day after you had to work, I guess.
Yeah. Because that was a Sunday.
Yeah. And then, I came by your place, your job, and took some pictures of you. And we went to a bar and went to your house. And I think maybe we have been together around 3 hours, all in all, or maybe less. I don't know.
I think it might have been a little bit longer than that because we finished off a 6-pack together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went back to the house. It was actually my buddy Travis, my guy introduced us, and we just kind of hit it off. And I was like, "Well, come back to my house, have some more drinks, and we'll talk." And
and we had to drive. You showed me some place where it was dark, but
it was dark. We forgot the flashlights.
Yeah, there was like a lake. I remember.
Yeah. So we kind of went on an off-road journey, and I took them bouncing around in the truck.
Fun.
Yeah, it was. And so what you been up to?
Yeah, but actually I thought when in this year, the Corona thing, our Prime Minister just announced, it was on the 11th of March, that everything has to be closed down, the schools, everything. I thought, my God, what kind of job do I have to do now? Now my business is finished. But actually, I was so lucky that some 2 big major companies, international companies, they called me just, I think the day after or something, if I wanted to work for them all over Denmark. So I worked for them for 2 months during the Corona. So I was just so lucky. And since then, actually now it's back like it was before. I work for the newspapers I normally work for. And I just came back from Italy. I've been down there working 2 days. That's the only country we can go to. It's Italy.
Okay.
And Greece.
Greece.
All the other countries are closed now also. And Germany, of course, we can go, and Sweden. But I went there working 1 day at a winery, and took some days off walking in the mountains there, in the Alps. And next week I will go on a small holiday with my girlfriend on a small island. We were staying in tent just for some days.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I look
You
forward.
going to do some fishing while you're out there?
What?
Are you going to do some fishing while you're out there?
Yeah, my friend today is you have to bring your rod. There's actually a good place north of the island, but I don't think she's not going with me so I can fish. She wants to go and explore the nature and things. So maybe I will bring it. I don't know. There's no cars there, so I have to limit my my bags, my things.
So last time we talked, it was through Facebook, said that you were moving to an island that was southeast of you.
Yeah, that's true.
Were you able to get that property?
Yeah, we have it. It's ours. The house is ours.
Okay.
But the problem is, it's only 100 meters from the ocean. It's fantastic, really. It's a really nice house. But the problem is that my girlfriend, she has also two children from another relationship.
Mm-hmm.
They are attending a school where she lives now, and she cannot bring them there. The school there is so bad. So it would be like no good for them to go there. So we have to wait. But the house is she's there now actually, and I was there 3 days ago. We're going there. It's 1 hour drive from here. The ferry is, and then 1 hour ferry, and then you're there. There's about 1,500 people. No, 2,500 people living on the island.
Okay.
It's a fantastic island, really.
Yeah.
The best beaches and. Yeah, and the house is nice. I want to move there. We have the house now, and in 2 or 3 years, I will live there. I will go there because I can live everywhere. My assignments is not like that much day to day. It's like, can you do this next week? And so, yeah.
Now, typically, when you go on assignment, how long are you gone?
It depends on if it's here in Denmark only. I can some of the assignments are here in this city also because they know I'm here. So when they have, it's like the biggest Danish newspaper. They call me sometimes when I'm here, when it's in here, and like Financial Times, they know I'm here. The equivalent in Denmark of Financial Times. So they know I'm here in Aarhus, but I do everything in a day. Sometimes 3 hours. I can just take my motorbike and just go on assignment here. That I do often also. But on Tuesday next week, I will have to go like 2 hours drive to an assignment together with my girlfriend. We go together and she waits in the car and I go in and shoot the shit and out again.
Yeah. When you do your assignments, is there a set subject that you know that you're going to have to shoot, that you go for a certain theme?
Normally, 98% of what I do is portraits, like the pictures I took of you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's it's portraits. Sometimes it's reportage where I have to do I put the story into it. But the theme I get, of course, I get a small script of the topic of why he's going to be taking pictures of. But I see the pictures before I go, so I just put the guy into this my imagination of how I want him to be. Mm-hmm. So that's what they pay me for. Actually, all the newspapers and the magazines, they don't pay me for the picture of this guy. They pay me of me putting him into my frames.
So your art style.
Exactly. That's what they pay me for. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a little bit of speaking of let's go here and let's see if we can get this to come up Well, that's not really common. Well, that's your motorbike there.
I have a lot of people from US. I have this group in Facebook called X350, the Yamaha, the bike. So many bikes of this, especially this type. So many in the US. So many.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. And that's a off road and on road, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Enduro.
Yeah.
Thought about getting one of those.
Yeah, you should. I see in the US, I see them for sale on this Facebook group for like $300, $500. It's really like, what?
Are they running?
Yeah, maybe they're not running, but it's like fixing a small moped. It's the engine is so easy.
Oh yeah,
and all the parts are so easy to get everywhere.
Right, and yeah, I thought about getting one because I like watching a lot of those adventure bike videos on YouTube. As guys go overland, watch one guy went through the Himalayas. They went on a journey all the way from, believe they started off in Germany. They're from England, and they ferried their bikes across, then started in England or in Germany, and rode all the way to past Tibet. I forget their destination, but I mean, you talking what, 3,000 miles, 4,000 miles? That's a lot of hard riding.
A lot of people I know. I'm in this biker group. I have an old mine is from 91, but the people there who are running it, it's KTM, 680 or something. They go from here, from Denmark to India or Africa, South Africa. They go all the way to Africa, some of them.
Okay. Hey, pardon me just a second. I need to turn down this tablet.
Perfect.
All right. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, well, we just recently got a quad, ATV that we've been putting around on, and it's a blast. I enjoy riding, but I do want to get that adventure bike because tried to talk to my brother and getting one with me so we could do overnight camping and traveling and go fishing.
Yeah.
So, but he's kind of stuck in a rut right now with all this COVID stuff, and so are we. Well, there's not very many restrictions right through here in Custer.
No, it's not.
Down for about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But after that, it's not really. I mean, we do have cases.
Yeah, but do you wear a mask when you go shopping?
No.
No. But shouldn't you?
I mean, if I get it, I get it. I mean, that's up in God's hands.
But the law tell you to do it.
Yeah, well, it's not that mandatory.
Okay.
Some cities it is.
Yeah.
You're out in public. They enforce mask wearing, and you can get a ticket. But it's kind of also along the lines of our freedom too. You have the choice or not. It's it's a disease like the flu. You can either get it or you don't.
Yeah, but everybody is going to get it, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't had it yet, but I'm tested 3 times now.
Has it been bad there in Aarhus?
No, 1 week ago it was really bad that we had like, I don't know how to compare it for anything, but we had like 600 or 700 per day, and we are about 750,000 people here in the city, and there were around 700. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that big.
No, it is.
Huh.
But we had like 700 per day, and that's too much. But and now here the restrictions here that you have to wear masks at restaurants when you order. But it's so crazy. If you stand up and order, you have to wear a mask. But if you sit down, you can take it off. It's like the corona is only active when you stand up, and it's crazy. And all the pubs are closed now at 10 o'clock at night. But
Okay. What time do they normally close?
at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, really? They stay open that late?
Yeah. So, they open until there's no people. So now the income of all the small bars in the city they are struggling, really, really. But people, if they can't go to the bar, they sit on the streets, and that's the problem in Copenhagen. The party is on the street now because when the pubs are closed, they just go to the drugstore and buy some beer and sit on the streets.
Out on like the main public and like downtown?
Yeah. The main public, the parks and everywhere. So they have big parties there.
And that's legal?
That's legal, yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it's
here in the United States, certain cities may allow open containers and alcohol out on the public streets, but it's in a certain area. But most cities do not.
But here, we never had like this. You have to put it in a container or anything. Never. Mm-hmm. You can buy a whole case of beer and I can go down on the street and sit on a bench and drink it. Nobody. Yeah.
Now we do have outdoor seating where, as long as it's in a place, but you can't carry the alcohol outside that premise.
Okay, that's not here. It's free to drink everywhere.
Huh.
That's why the party when the pubs are closed, they go on the streets, and it really harasses all the neighborhoods, of course, because suddenly there's 200 or 300 people or more having a party, and they buy these boom blasters, play really loud music. All summer it has been a problem in Copenhagen. Really.
Well, I guess there's nothing to do. They're bored.
They're bored. The schools are closed. What to do, man?
Yeah, that's kind of the way it is here. You know, you've got a lot of people out partying and getting in trouble.
Exactly.
But, you know, with not being able to work, most states are open. Cities are open now. People are back to work.
But you didn't have any like problems at your work. There's been no closing down or anything, so you could work.
Yeah, I was still working through all this.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're considered essential.
Yeah.
The funny thing here is even the strip bars were considered essential.
Really? Yeah.
They were keeping open strip joints. I gotta think about doing these lives. I still gotta make sure he's happy. Well, they didn't go. That is the one.
Hey, where's Melissa now? Where's Melissa?
She's at work. She works on the weekends.
Okay.
She works Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
At the bar?
Yeah. She's the bar manager now.
Really? Really?
Yeah, she's the bar manager.
The Veterans Club bar? Or what do you call it? Yeah.
The VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Yeah.
So that is that video, bud. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Nice people there.
Yes, they are. I love living in this town. People are very friendly. Most of them. There's a few sore heads, but most of them are very friendly. And they are very welcoming. So and of course it kind of has to be because the main source of income around here is tourism.
Yeah. So
you don't want to have an unfriendly place where you're dependent on people coming in from out of state, other cities, other countries, so.
But not so many tourists go to that bar. Do they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's open to the public. So, I mean, it's not really eye-catching like some of the other area restaurants, but people do know of it because that DFW has the cheapest drinks in town.
Yeah.
So word of mouth, a lot of people come in there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have your veterans that actually look for that too.
Yeah, of course.
So
they go on
coming out of state.
Yeah.
They say, well, let's find a VFW or an American Legion. Let's go there.
Yeah. But actually, the reason why I found it was that I went to the other bars in Costa, just peeked in and saw there were no people there. And then I went to the gas station, and there was this young boy. I asked him, "Where do your mother and father go and have a drink?" He said, "Oh, down the street. You have to go in there." And there was the people. There were no people on the other bars. But was it? Did we meet on a Sunday?
Yeah, because typically, if I think about it, I think if it's not fall, if it's during you came out during
October.
Early October?
Yeah.
So it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's actually 2 years ago. I just posted a picture the other day when I went to Badlands, and that's 2 years ago. Yesterday, the day before yesterday.
Yeah. So
and it was just before I came to your place.
Yeah. So what I was thinking is that we got that one place called the Bugle and Bull, which is the sports bar. I believe they're closed on Sundays. Most places are closed on Sundays around here because it's such a small town during the fall. Now, during the summer, they'll stay open.
Yeah.
But not very much business except for the VFW, But you would think that they would stay open for football, American football.
Yeah.
But they don't.
The bar, the outside of the street where you worked, Brewster, what's that called?
The Minor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a nice place.
Yeah, that's a I like going there. We don't go there as much as anymore because they are kind of spendy and we're trying to live on a budget.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish you could have enjoyed one of those beers. They're really good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's going to be next time, and I will sleep there.
So I got some other pictures. I kind of picked out some of my favorites that you've been posting recently. So we got this one here.
Yeah.
Where was this at?
This is two of my really old friends from my hometown. They live here now. And the guy in front, he's obviously a singer, and the guy in the back, he's a chief architect at one of the biggest museums in Denmark. And they have this crazy band where they go. It's actually the picture I took in the basement where the guy in the front, Torkel, is living. And they perform still. They call the Bullet with No Name.
Bullet with No Name.
Yeah.
That's a good band name. Bullet with No Name. Sounds like a name of a song.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it wasn't it. Bullet with No Name. I might be thinking of something different.
Yeah.
You excuse me real quick. I'm getting me a refill and
perfect.
We'll continue this on. We don't really have any people watching, so I guess we can catch up.
Yeah.
So then next one I pulled up. You want a snack? Yeah. That's the way my live broadcast goes. The reason why I call it Lil Man Conversations because he's bugging me the whole time that I'm doing this. No, you just had pretzels? No. Yeah, that's what you're going to get because that's all we had. You ate all the checks. Here you go, kiddo. You're welcome. Oh, we got I don't think I've showed you this one. This is one Melissa took.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
You seen that one?
She posted it, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that's right. She did.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
nice.
I thought I think she did this one with her cell phone.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was really good. It's natural.
Yeah,
What?
natural light.
Mm-hmm. And then I like that one.
Oh yeah. This is from our summer trip. Every year we go to this small island. It's actually the island that it's as far as you can get from Denmark, but still being in Denmark. It's in the middle of something called Kattegat. It's in the middle of between Denmark and Sweden, and we go there every year. And 3.5 hours by boat, and we stay in a tent and just. We've been there so many years now, so we know a lot of people there, and having a really really nice time. She every time we go, she on the ferry she cries just in the excitement of going there, because it's just a small, fantastic island. You can go around it on a bike like in an hour.
Oh, so you take your bike to there?
Yeah. You have to have a bike there. There's no cars.
Okay.
There is cars, but it's really expensive to bring your car. They put the price up to avoid people to take their car there. So you can rent this bike, but I have this bike with a big thing in the front, so Alva can sit in front of the bike, and we just go on. And there's the biggest desert. It's really a crazy island because it's the biggest desert is on this island in north of Europe. So 95% of the island is desert. So 5% is where the houses are and the harbor and things. And then you just go out, and it's not like only sand, but you're so remote. And I did some really crazy stuff this year. I wanted to explore the south of the island.
Mm-hmm.
And Alva said, "No, Dad, no, it's not going to work." Oh, yeah. Trust me. And she had right. It took us 6 hours to go back. And I was so exhausted, man. And she was also, we didn't bring that much food. So it was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But now we have this thing together that never goes south on this island.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. All right, so we got next photo coming up here. Another one that I really enjoyed.
Oh yeah, that's from an assignment for the biggest newspaper here in Denmark. Mm-hmm. Recently, I took these pictures because of it's. The topic is also COVID-19, because on this school, it's 90%. What do we call those here? We call them second generation of refugees.
Okay.
So they have just 2 days before this assignment on this school, they found out that some rapper, rapper singer, was killed in a gang thing here in Aarhus, and they had a big funeral, but we were not allowed to gather more than 50 people in crowds. And they had this big funeral. They were from Somalia, and they had this big funeral, and more than 1,000 people attended this funeral, and they came in from all over Europe, and suddenly it went crazy with Corona here in Aarhus, because people from all Europe came, attended this funeral, and those families, they have like 10 or 12 people together in their apartments. So it created like a boom of Corona among the refugees. So that's why we went there, just to find out, is that really true? Was this funeral, was that the reason for this? And still, we didn't find out that much, but we were allowed to take pictures on the school. I'm really, really, really happy that you like this picture because it's one of my favorites. Yeah, in a long time.
Yeah, it's an interesting view. Is that a playground?
Yeah, it's an inside playground, and there was like a sky glass windows in the ceiling.
Okay.
And, and I just laid down on the ground and took the picture while they were crawling on top of me, as you see.
Yeah,
Really
I like it. That's a good one.
yeah.
So we got another one coming up.
Yeah. Oh, that's just like that's a week ago in Italy.
Uh-huh.
This is the view from my very good friend's balcony. He has a house there, and it's in the Como Lake. It's North Italy. Really nice place. If you look into the valley, normally you can see mountains there with snow, so you can go take a swim in the lake and then go skiing in 1 hour. It's really, but this lake is really, really famous because George Clooney has a house just somewhere down there, and I saw his house. I've been there a couple of times because my friend's good friend is a multi-millionaire, and every time when we go there, he comes in his boat, and it's like $1 million boat.
Is that where this one takes?
Exactly. I'm sitting in the back of this boat there. I just went out from we just have a full day driving around and eating at Michelin restaurants. They are paying for everything. I'm just enjoying. So that we do every year. We take like this trip to the Como Lake and just having fun. And I'm just enjoying that he has so rich friends.
Right. Good food too, I bet.
Wow, man. The pizzas, just the pizzas are like, you cannot buy them here. The risotto, the squid, everything is so fresh and nice. But it's very expensive. So I'm just happy that they bring us to restaurants where only famous people go there. So
really,
but I enjoy it, and just last year when I went there, I bought 2 bottles of wine just to do something. It was like $300 for 2 bottles. Yeah,
I guess depends on the
name.
That's really not that bad.
No, but my friends told me, don't buy them. They're giving everything. So
yeah, and of course you splurge, have a little fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. As long as it fits your budget.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we got this one here. I've only pulled up a few. Next time we'll have another conversation. But
this I wanted to just behind me, those peaks behind me is the border of Switzerland, and I'm of course I'm going from Italy, and I realized that I had like 1 more hour to go before there is some lakes up there, and I wanted to see those lakes, and it's near to the border of Switzerland, but I was so wasted. I walked for 8 hours and only had a half an hour break, and I didn't bring any food because I was too stupid. So I just had water. I think you can drink from the water in the ground, of course. But I was it took me 3 days after to start walking again. My legs were bashed. But I went there on this grass where you see the grass, and there was many wild horses there. You cannot see the horses because I spooked them away because they were not friendly. They had youngsters, so they came at me and wanted to bite me and things like that. So I spooked them away. But they live up there. But it was like a magical place. Really beautiful.
A lot of people don't understand that the horses that you see that you go riding, those are tamed animals.
Yeah.
You don't mess with wild horses.
No, you don't.
They're as dangerous as any other animal.
Yeah, and they come in groups. They came like 5 or 6 horses and wanted me. They just wanted to get the fuck out of here. Tell you that. So,
so what are your plans coming up next?
oh, I have so many plans. I have so many projects going on, but some of them, of course, were abroad.
Mm-hmm.
But now on Tuesday, I have to go 2 hours. I bring my girlfriend because we want to go from there to the island. And yeah, last week I had an assignment for Financial Times. I had to go on a chopper trip, in a helicopter trip with very, very, yeah, exactly. With a very, very famous entrepreneur here in Denmark, a very rich guy and very famous. And I never met him. I never seen him before or meet him before. And we also had a connection there. And he told me that, hey, why didn't I meet you before? And because when I take pictures, I'm quite manic. I'm really so excited, and my ideas are just coming out. So people were like, "Whoa, is he crazy?" But they get the feeling of that. Hey, I have to be like really tense and on because then I. Well,
that's your job.
That's my job, yeah. So he went to me. He's called Jacob, and he's like multi-millionaire. He's really rich, and he went, "Hey, I have to meet you again." And so I'm working on something to show him because I have a small book. I don't know if I showed you this book. I Love You book.
No,
didn't I give you that book? Where you take it's a flick book.
Oh yeah.
Didn't I give you that book?
I think so. Melissa moves stuff around so many times. I never know where anything is in this house anymore because it'll be in a different place next week.
You see, it's this book. Can you see it? There's a mouth of a woman, and if you do like this, the book will say "I love you."
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, and I will let him help me. I don't need his money. I need his help because he has so many contacts in China and Japan, and I want him to help me to find the guy he knows who can help me to get this out. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm working on a little bit tomorrow, and yeah, I've been working on so many different stories that. People who I have a story also about people who live at night. How do you show a picture? Can I show you a picture here?
Yes.
How do I do that?
Let's see here. Well, send it to my Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'll download it. I don't think you have control.
I don't.
The way to be able to do it is to actually hold up a physical copy.
I don't think so. I think you're right. Let me see if it.
Well, hey, Mariska. How you doing? Well, we have one viewer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did have a couple of people pop in for a minute, but I think we're also in a time frame where a lot of my other YouTube friends are going live too, so it can vary.
Send this to you. There.
You hear him back there?
Yeah.
Singing little Imagine Dragons.
It's from a series I'm still working on. It's called Nocturnal Souls. That's people who people who use the night for to get yeah, writers and people who have mental illnesses who just use the night.
Okay, I'm bringing that up real quick here. Let's see here. It's okay. Yes. So let's go back here. Here.
Yeah. Yeah, the quality of it is really bad because I don't know why.
So is that there in Aarhus?
Yeah, it's at the harbor. It's one of my one guy I met on. Actually, I met him on. I met him on the street, and he was like heartbroken because he lost his girlfriend. And I'm doing this, as I told you, like a series of people who are like using the night. People, they're writers, they're journalists. They go out at night and get inspiration from the quietness. And I took him out and took some pictures of him while he was walking where he usually walks when he was sad. So I'm doing this. I have like 5, 6 now people from all over Denmark. I go to their place and take pictures of them while they are walking at night. Nocturnal souls, I call it.
Kind of like me, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but actually, well, I should have gone back to Italy on Tuesday with my girlfriend. But Ryanair, do you know Ryanair? No. Ryanair, no. It's a European flight company.
Okay.
I think it's only in Europe. They canceled our flight, so that's why we're going to this small island. On Tuesday, we had to go. I wanted to go to Venice because there's no people there's no tourists there anymore. So we could go to Venice and see this beautiful city without tourists. It could be fantastic, but unfortunately not.
Well, we got another viewer. Hey, Linda. This is one of my friends we were on chat groups with, too. Yeah, we're speaking with Hans Christian Jacobsen today. He's a photojournalist out of Aarhus, Denmark. And we're just kind of catching up. We haven't really talked face-to-face in 2 years.
Really? It's so nice. Really?
Yeah. We should do this more. Since we can't, since you're 5,000 miles away.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's yeah.
We're trying to get out and get something done, but it's been so hectic here lately, especially with all this stuff going on. And with Melissa taking on this new role of being manager now. And so she's kind of trying to prove herself that she can get the job done.
Yeah.
She just recently got promoted 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So, but I want to get out and travel. I've been stuck here in Custer for 3 years, and I'm getting a little stir crazy. I love to travel. We tried to go down to the Smoky Mountains right as soon as the pandemic hit. Yeah. And so the hotels closed down. So they said, we can reschedule, rebook. I was like, no, I'll just refund my money. We may be able to do it because, we had to cancel our vacation time, get back to work. And, it's a big mess. But we are trying this next couple of weeks. I'm going to take a week off. We may go to Yellowstone for a couple of days.
Wow. Yeah.
I've never been. Melissa's never been. So it might be something that's, I'm sure it's worth it, but
I don't think I had a job when I was there 2 years ago. She worked in a small store, I think, in a small boutique downtown, didn't she?
Yeah, she was. It was a consignment shop.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but it's good for you, man.
Yeah, I'm glad she kind of went back to because she had worked there before,
Yeah,
and I'm glad she went back because only thing is that she has to work these weekends because um, they kind of run out of people that want to work there. Now they just hired on 2 more people that actually take over.
yeah.
You know, well, you got to take some time off. We don't hardly ever get to see each other.
No, exactly.
I'm work nights, and then she's got to take care of little man during the day, and I'm
Yeah,
sleeping.
yeah,
It's like take a weekend off, please. And
yeah,
she's like, "Oh, I will," but with this promotion, she can't. I was like, that place can run itself. There's plenty of other people there to help
yeah,
because they have. Excuse me. Since she's the bar manager, but they also have um, commanders and people part of the veterans that
yeah,
actually run the place,
yeah,
so they can take over
yeah,
and get people in there to work. And there's plenty of veterans in there that know how to bartend. That's pretty much how they, when they come out of the military, what's the first job that you get? Well, a lot of them become, you know, work in a restaurant. That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
easy job to get.
yeah.
So,
But it's also like good for your yeah for money wise.
but yeah, I think she makes more money than I do now.
Really? Yeah.
Hiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. So we hope to get out there within the next couple of weeks. Maybe
I hope so
I'll
too.
do a video.
What about election, my friend?
Well, that's coming up
Yeah,
November.
yeah.
I don't really get too much involved in politics.
Oh, I know. We were talking about that last time, and you said to me that I know that you're not so involved in that. But here, I tell you, all newspapers every fucking day because we have so much up the ass of US
Hmm.
that all the newspapers, all the news is only about US, the election, Donald Biden, every day. It's so huge here. It may be more huge than it is in your place, man.
Oh, it's huge here. I just don't involve myself into it. I mean, because the, the thing I learned a few years ago, it it's a big saying here in the U.S., especially when you're out drinking. When you're out drinking, you don't talk about 2 things. That's politics and religion,
Yeah, yeah,
because it causes arguments.
yeah, 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 yeah. Only
And
argument. Yeah,
who wants to live that way?
yeah. But do
Well,
you
there's a
vote?
lot of people that do. They love to debate.
Yeah, but do you vote?
Do what?
Do you vote? Do you vote? Do you put your no, no?
No, I don't get involved. I voted twice in my early 20s.
Yeah,
And over time, I've kind of gotten away from politics. My mom wasn't very political. My dad is sort of political. He votes.
yeah,
A lot of my friends are.
yeah.
We live in a very conservative area, but they're not so conservative to where they're not open minded.
No.
So I mean, because that's what comes with the friendliness of being around here. But it is very conservative because it's a lot of common sense. You
Yeah,
know, you got to have that on both sides.
yeah,
But I just kind of shy away from it because I like to be I'm more of a humanist and a realist.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
So politics to me just especially nowadays, it just causes division. And who wants to live that way?
Yeah,
To be worried about what someone else thinks about your political views.
yeah. But aren't you a little bit worried about those militias, those groups of armed? What do you call them? Boys? What do we call them?
Malicious?
Yeah, those militias that there's a special one that Trump is really like.
Oh, Proud Boys?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
aren't you aren't you afraid that there will be like a civil war? Or,
Well, yes. Yeah, I am. Who wants that?
Yeah, who wants that?
I think that it's more talk than it is anything.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, most of that is concentrated around the big cities, the
Yeah.
really major big cities.
Yeah.
Um, in most of America, it's not like that.
No. I know.
That's probably about 10% of America, and that's what gets shown.
Yeah. In Portland, wasn't it in Portland? They have like really. Yeah.
Yeah, Portland's really bad. They had cordoned off a lot of the downtown area. I think it was like 10 blocks.
Yeah.
Kind of created their own autonomous zone.
Yeah.
And created their own police, and when they wanted defund the police, and then that got done away with, and yeah, it's a big mess.
Actually, now I see Linda is writing, I vote, but I don't discuss my politics views with anyone. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what you don't vote, but you told me when I met you that you didn't want to talk about politics with me.
Yeah, I have my views. It's just kind of what way it is, the way I've been brought up. Of course, we're drinking, you want to get in an argument, and you've had an alcohol in you, and you might get heated, and
and you have guns.
That's true. I mean, most Americans are armed.
Yeah.
It's just the way our culture.
The other guy that I took pictures of, what's his name?
Alan?
Yeah, Alan, yeah. He told me that he had 17 guns.
Yeah. Yeah, it's typical.
17, man.
It becomes an addiction, Hans.
Yeah.
It really is. Because
you showed me, you posted a video of you and your friends on the shooting range.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
Yeah.
It's normal. I mean, because there's a saying here in America, an armed society is a polite society.
Yeah.
So if you think that other person might be armed, you're probably not going to start anything with them, and you're going to be very cordial to them.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, it's not because we're forced to be nice to each other because someone's armed. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It's just the way it is. It's kind of like what would be one of Denmark's going things that everybody knows in Denmark. It's just like, it's kind of like going fishing. You're kind of a small country.
I know the meaning of it, of course. Yeah, we've been talking about that also on the messenger.
Spartan.
Here in Denmark, you just don't understand it. That we just don't understand it because you're not allowed to have a gun. So we only see the negative sides of it when there is some shootings in the US. That's what we see. We don't see that the what do you call that? The benefit of being armed. You don't see them here. You only see the bad part in the media.
Yeah, that's a shame because that's what media wants to do. They want to show bad things because it gets views. It's a shock value.
Yeah.
And there's also a lighter side to news.
Yeah.
I remember.
What do you chew on? What do you have in your mouth? Is that you're chewing something? Tobacco?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Remember, it's called Copenhagen.
Yeah, it's really, it is. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, I gotta quit. I've been addicted to tobacco since I was 18.
Yeah. You don't smoke.
No, I don't smoke. But I'm kind of a country boy. I've been dipping since I was been young, so
Yeah.
it's just kind of your buddies go out and you're in high school, your senior year, you go out and have a field party with a keg, and here, try some of this. You put it in your mouth, and you start getting used to it.
It's illegal here.
Get that initial buzz. It's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy it. They buy it from Sweden. In Sweden, they use it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty common. Most rural areas, you see guys putting a tobacco in their mouth. It's pretty common.
Yeah.
More than smoking.
Yeah.
Now Melissa still smokes, and she's trying to quit. She tried to quit. She went 1 month without smoking, and I tell you what, that was a totally different person. What's wrong? I want a cigarette. Yeah, so
here they just went up for $10 a package. So
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, their average is 6 to 7 now.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what brand you buy too.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. But I roll them myself.
You do?
Yeah.
I did. Well, I smoked when I was.
Hey, I'm going to get a cigarette because now I want to.
I'm going to get a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
What you doing there, bud? You busy? You didn't? You didn't find your excavator.
It's American tobacco, Virginia tobacco.
Okay. There you go. He's American. He Jews. Yeah, that's pretty typical. Well, Mariska and Linda.
Yeah.
Me and Hans were talking about this coffee here. It's called Black Rifle Coffee Company. It's called AK Espresso. Of course, it's American. There's a picture of a Soviet weapon on there.
Can you buy AK-47 in US?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not fully automatic, but you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a lot of shooting with them in Afghanistan, of course.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice weapons. But
very reliable.
Very reliable and very noisy.
Mm-hmm. Almost firearm guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this coffee right here, I just purchased it. I've been kind of deciding. Whether to buy that or not. And I will tell you, some of the best coffee I've ever had. It is really smooth. It doesn't have that bitterness like most coffee brands have. It is very, very smooth coffee. And it's a little more expensive than your Folgers or your Maxwell House or any other brand, but it's worth it. If you want just a good cup of coffee, like say you're not going to work and you're just chilling out at the house and having a good cup of coffee, I'd recommend it. It's with shipping and tax, it was $20, but I think they're starting to branch out to where they're being sold in stores, and to buy it straight out, it's like anywhere from $11 to $14. But I'm telling you, it is smooth. It is good coffee. Nothing but Mountain Dew.
Mm.
That'll get you hyped up too. I like that Mountain Dew Code Red. I drink that every now and then. I don't drink very much soda anymore. Mostly water or Powerade or sports drink, and then coffee.
Coffee's good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, if it's good brand, and it's not bitter. Now, for my go to work coffee, I do Folgers. It's economical.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really good stuff. I might try it. They got other type of blends that they do. They go from light blends to dark blends. Yeah. Let's see here. Let me pull up a link for them. If I can type. So bring this up. Let's see here.
Just one more question here.
Yeah.
Where you live, it's not the Bible Belt, is it?
No. Bible Belt is typically around southeast. That's where I grew up.
Okay. Yeah.
In the Bible Belt, and people are still religious here.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not like it is. Oh, you're welcome, Mariska. It's not. Excuse me. It's not culturally influenced as much here.
No.
So if you're down south, you have a certain code that you go by.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it's called the Bible Belt. It's more religious. And so you have a code. Now it's starting to change a little bit.
Alabama and those states, or
what's that?
North Carolina, is that Bible Belt? Yeah. I didn't know.
That's East Coast. That's down south.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice state. I love North Carolina. Been there many times.
I passed it.
I went through it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I went through it last time from Minneapolis in the car. I had to go to North Carolina, didn't I? No, North Dakota. I was thinking about North Dakota.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I grew up. I was born in Alabama.
You did? Yeah.
I was born in Alabama and lived there until '89.
Yeah.
And then moved up to Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And lived there until 2003. Then I moved up here because my brother was getting separated, so he needed someone to watch his kids.
Yeah.
So he could work. And I wasn't doing anything. I was living the nightlife, being a DJ and a karaoke DJ.
Okay.
And I wasn't really doing nothing. And, it's pretty good money, but, family comes first. So I moved up here for 6 months to help him out. Well, him and his wife got back together. And I had a girlfriend that I left. So I was like, okay, since you guys have worked it out, I moved back. So I moved back to Tennessee for another year. Well, me and my girlfriend, we broke up, and I really wasn't doing nothing. I was looking for a change of scenery, change of life.
Yeah.
And so I decided to move up here.
Yeah.
Been up here since 2005.
Yeah.
And I love it up here.
How old are you now?
43.
43. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a young boy.
Oh, I know. Oh, in my mind.
Same here.
I still do stupid things.
Me too.
Yep. You want some juice? We don't have any juice.
It's in the fridge.
We have water.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have water.
No.
Hey.
You gonna say hi?
I drink water too.
Her. Why are you being that way? Why are you being that
I
way?
want to say her.
You don't want to say hi?
Spartan, I saw a video with you and your dad in a tent. Did you sleep over in a tent? You did.
Yeah. Okay, Linda. Have a good one. All right. Let me get up and get him
Nice to
some
meet you,
water.
Linda.
Huh?
Yeah, nice to meet you, Linda. Good day.
Yeah. Let me get him something to drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, well, look who's here. Papa's here. Here. You're welcome.
I think going through cleaning our guns and we had some bullets that didn't fit in there. Thought my years got mixed in with it.
How'd you
Yeah.
dad?
Huh?
Hey, come here. It's been a while since you've seen him. You remember
Hi.
my papa?
I do. I
That's
do.
fine.
Hello, Hans.
Hello. How are you?
You?
I'm fine. And you? You good?
I'm good. Have you personally known anyone that had the COVID-19 virus?
Yes, one.
Okay.
One. He was, yeah. But he was not like sick. He was just like a normal flu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're this afternoon.
What?
Change the radiator out in my old truck.
Okay. Great.
In Murphy's Law, what can go wrong will go wrong.
Usually does.
It was nice speaking with you.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Yes, sir.
Well, he brought me some ammo that
Oh,
got mixed up.
is that 9mm or no?
9mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, typical round for the United States is cheap, and
Actually,
most people have one.
I have a gun. Actually, I will show you.
Yeah, that is the most common.
Where do I put it?
The reason why I got it because it's easier to find the ammo.
Papa's going home.
No, he's just going outside.
Gonna go outside.
Yeah, he's not going home. He's going outside.
I purchased this one.
Oh, is that a pepper pot?
It is function actually, and it works. But I never tried shooting it. It's like really an old one.
Got you a shirt?
But I'm not allowed to have it.
Is there a Batman?
Even if it's a antique?
Yeah, you're not allowed. I need some permission from the police because it can shoot if you put the powder in it and a bullet. It can shoot.
Yeah.
See how it works.
Those are common around here too.
They are, yeah. What do you call them? Like loaders?
Go show Dad.
Yeah.
That looks like a.
Look at this one. Dad.
Oh, did you bring this for him?
Yeah.
Oh, Papa brought Lil Man a vest.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I got one of these.
There's no snow at your place now? No.
We got snow 2 weeks ago, but it melted away.
Really? You did? Yeah.
Yeah, it was early. Actually, early for this
Yeah.
time of year. Right now, we're probably, what is it, 50,
No, it's 60 something.
60 something? Haven't looked at the thermometer. Yeah, we typically around here usually start getting snow probably around November.
Yeah.
And it'll stay. Sometimes they'll melt off. It depends.
Yeah.
They'll stay, and then
But sometimes you get a lot, don't you?
what's that?
Sometimes you get a lot of snow in your
Yes.
area.
Oh
We
yeah.
don't have snow in Denmark for 2 years now. Like really snow?
Yeah, we it was what 7 years ago. In 2 days, we got 4 feet.
Wow.
Yep, that was a blizzard.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now we're kind of having a warm day. Dad just said it's 68 degrees outside.
68 degrees. I don't know what that is. And we don't
Uh,
use right?
Well, let's convert it to Celsius.
Yeah. We have 16 degrees Celsius now at the moment.
Yeah. Celsius. 20 degrees.
Whoa. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been having the wildfires out west in California.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Really heavy.
It's been bad. It's smoke
Yeah.
here. And we get the wildfires here too. But
Yeah.
because we here in South Dakota in the Black Hills, we're allowed to farm the land pretty much, clear out the forest and get all that brush pile out and stuff like that. So it mitigates the forest. We still get forest fires and wildfires. It's bound to happen. We're drier climate,
Yeah.
but because we're able to take care and steward the land,
Yeah.
we can keep it at a minimum
Yeah.
because it doesn't jump.
You don't have control. It's controlled fire.
Pretty much, yeah. We do. We also do controlled burning too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Purposely burn the land
exactly.
to keep that under. Because I mean, you got people that have homes here.
Yeah,
and see, out in California and out in those hills, they have banned in Oregon. They have banned logging for a while.
Yeah.
Well, that's becoming the problem because wildfires are a natural process. Is how nature replenishes.
Yeah, it puts the carbonite back to the soil.
And that's also how trees will also regenerate their own seeds.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for instance, on a pine tree, if it gets scorched by fire, well, that creates seeding from that particular tree.
Yeah.
So, and that's nature's way of doing it. So, but since they can't log and steward their own land out there, they're getting hit really hard all at once.
Yeah.
And now you got thousands of people without homes now.
Yeah. I see. I saw that in the news. Mariska is riding a BB gun. What's that?
You don't know what a BB gun is?
No.
Well, BB gun is a air powered gun or rifle.
Oh, yeah. Now I know what it is.
Like a pellet gun.
Yeah, I don't have that.
It's good for squirrels.
Yeah.
We used to take them when we were a kid. We used to go squirrel hunting, and being just typical boys, we're not doing anything with the squirrels. We're just killing them.
Yeah.
It was like a kid in a slingshot. You're just going out to kill something just to kill it.
But do you have license to kill like a deer?
No, I have a license to hunt, but not a deer. You have to get a special tag for that.
Yeah.
Here in South Dakota, it's a lottery system. So you put in, you apply for it. So out of so many people that apply, they draw names.
Yeah.
Then they allow them to hunt and tag the deer. Other places, you can just go to like your Walmart or your hardware store and buy that deer tag.
Yeah.
And you can hunt. So it just depends on the state that you live in.
Do you have elk?
Yes. Yeah, elk season's going on right now. Ooh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I love elk.
I love elk.
It's also harder to get a tag for that one.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm hoping that a couple of my coworkers got elk tags, and hopefully some of the meat.
Bring you some. Yeah.
That's good.
No wolves or bears in that area?
We have had bear sightings, but it's not common.
Okay.
Wolves, not so much. There have been some sightings, but they're mostly located around Montana and Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
There used to be a big population out in this area, but it's been all been hunted out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but we've actually here in town a couple of bears.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
We have mountain lions,
Yeah.
cougars,
You have,
yeah, and coyotes.
yeah. But it's black bears.
Yeah, black bears. There's grizzly bears over in Wyoming and Montana.
Yeah.
So they have them there. So that's another reason that you kind of want to be armed because there's a lot of wildlife. I get
Lynx. Lynx.
here. Let me lynx. Oh, bobcats. Yeah,
Okay.
lynx and bobcats. They're two different things, but there are. I seen one the other night. I'm gonna put these headphones on because he's all excited that Papa's here and he's talking too loud.
So you saw a bobcat or a lynx?
Actually, it was a bobcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, lynx are more east.
Okay.
They're bobcats around here. I saw one driving up. Remember Crazy Horse?
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw one probably about 4 months ago
Okay.
out in that area.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen one out in the wild. I've yet to see a mountain lion out in the wild too, but you see their tracks and they actually hunt them around here.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of dumb because we have so many deer
Yeah.
and too many deer. And because there's so many deer, the genetics are starting to go down
Yeah.
and they're getting a lot of diseases.
Yeah.
And so, and plus they're all over the road.
Yeah. I saw that everywhere. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's way too many. And they need to,
You have Wolverine? No.
not in this area.
No.
That's more of an Eastern thing.
Yeah.
They're kind of more around the hardwood forests.
Okay.
So we have badgers.
Badgers are, of course, yeah.
Yeah, we have prairie dogs, of course.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's quite a bit of wildlife around here. Of course, pronghorn antelope and mule deer.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah.
a
So you
lot
never
of-
shot a deer?
what's that?
You never shot a deer?
No, I've been hunting, but
Yeah.
that was in my younger days.
Yeah.
But I never, because you have to shoot a buck, and all that ever came across me was female deers. So
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
and so I never got one up. If I was living in Tennessee and I owned my own land,
Yeah.
I could hunt both during hunting season.
Yeah.
But not out here. It's hard to get it. It's kind of easy to get a deer tag, but I'm not that big of a deer
No.
fan.
No.
I like elk, and I'll eat some deer meat, but it's kind of gamey.
Yeah.
If it's
The taste of it is gamey. Yeah.
yeah. Now there's some hunters that know how to do it right, and you can't tell that that's what you're eating, except for maybe a little bit of the taste and the consistency,
Yeah.
because it's drier than beef.
Yeah.
So, but it's okay. A chili or a stew,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that elk, that stuff, I could eat that all.
Elk sausages I get sometimes from Norway. My friend brings them here. It's fantastic, really.
Oh yeah. A good way to do elk, I've had it before, is take an elk steak and make a cranberry sauce to go on top of it.
Yeah. Wow.
So good.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yes. It is really good. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up, Hans.
It was so nice to see you again, man, and speak to you.
You too, bud. And let's do it again.
Yeah, definitely. And definitely. And as soon as the world is getting back to normal, my first priority is going back to the States. Actually, it is. With
All
my
right.
girlfriend, I want to rent a mobile home and travel around for a bit.
Okay.
That's our plan. We are saving money for it actually now at the moment to do it.
Oh, and this is the mecca of RV life and camping.
It is.
Oh,
It is.
Black Hills is where they mostly come. We
Yeah.
get an influx of over 1 million to 2 million people per summer,
Yeah.
and mostly RVs and campers.
Yeah. Really. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it's just packed full. I mean, we still got quite a few because the weather's nice. When I could go out probably about maybe a quarter mile down the road this way,
Yeah.
and the campground, and it's just full of RVs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this would be the place to go. And you
Okay.
can come up here. We'll
Yeah. Have some
go
fun.
out
And
shooting.
say hello to Melissa, and please say hello to Alan also.
Yes.
Did you see him?
Yes. I just saw him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, his birthday was Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't see him. He wasn't out and about. He might have been doing something else. I usually see him once a week.
Yeah. Say hello to him, and take care.
All right, bud. And you stay safe.
I will. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, Mariska and Linda, for stopping in. Hopefully everybody else can watch this later on. I know there's some live broadcasts going on. It was good to see Hans. I hadn't seen him in a while. Good man. All right. We're going to end this one out, and we'll talk to you guys later.